Slavery was a great moral issue. We have a great moral issue today, and that is the problem of abortion. And with us is Bryce McMinn. Welcome.
Thanks, Ron.
And Bryce, you are the coordinator for the Southwest region for pro-life.
Yes,
Tell us about this.
I work for the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation, and we are the Pennsylvania affiliate of the National Right to Life Committee, and we are primarily focused on three different issues. Those issues are abortion, euthanasia, and infanticide. Partial birth abortion was a form of infanticide, and those are the issues that we focus on primarily. And we work primarily through legislation to try to get laws changed to protect innocent human life from conception to natural death. We work through politics. We have a political action committee. We want to support our candidates, our pro-life candidates for office, and we work through education. And we know that education is important, and I'm sitting here as someone who was not pro-life until only a few years ago. Graduated from the University of Pittsburgh in 2001, and one of the things they taught me there at the University of Pittsburgh was how to think critically. And when you think critically on these life issues, it's clear that not only is scientific fact on the pro-life side, but also as a Christian, you know that righteousness and valuing innocent human life is on our side, and just basic fundamental.
Bryce, you say think critically. That's true. But what forced you to think critically about abortion?
Well, I think the thing that forced that upon me was my grandfather's death of Parkinson's disease. He died right around the time that the 2004 presidential election was ramping up, and they were talking about embryonic stem cell research and how they could use this research to cure diseases like Parkinson's. Well, good news for me, because Parkinson's is thought of to be a genetic thing, so it's in my family, and I wanted to know, what is this embryonic stem cell research? So don't I do the research and get educated and find out that about 28 years ago, I was a little embryo, and if someone had destroyed that embryo for research, they would have killed me. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. So from that point on, it's like God's knocking on the door of my heart. You cannot justify destroying a human being just because they're in the embryonic stage of human development. And if you can't justify destroying an embryo, you can't justify abortion. So that's how it became real for me.
That was a good answer.
That's a great answer. And then the question is, how did you get involved with the pro-life movement? You made your decision now, you're pro-life, but how then were you connected with this wonderful organization?
Well, it became a calling for me, and it was a slow thing. I was working in politics at the time, and I had to work to help get politicians elected to office. Whether they were pro-life or not, it was my job to help them get elected, and I was sent to work on the campaign of someone who was not pro-life, and God used that experience and knocked on the door of my heart again and said, you can't do this. You can't do this. You have another call.
How did he use that experience? What, did something specific happen, Bryce, or what?
Well, yes, I was going around doing, you've all received on your door the literature, the political literature on your door. I'm one of the guys that used to do that to your homes.
You're the one.
It was me. And I'm going around and dropping all this literature off at people's houses, and I thought, well, you know, I should call up the campaign and find out if this person is pro-life. Just so if somebody asks me, I don't want them to know that I'm just here helping this person for political reasons. So I call up, and they told me that this person was personally pro-life, but as she felt abortion should be legal. And
give me a break.
Exactly. I hear that a lot.
Yeah, really. Give me a break.
So that's what changed my heart. God convicted me that day.
Wow,
this is not
wonderful.
the job for you, and you are supporting abortion by supporting people for office who support abortion, and can't do that.
That's a great word. Now, you are planning a special meeting. Tell us all about that.
Well, the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation every other year has a statewide educational conference where we bring in speakers from around the country to speak about pro-life issues And this year, I'm excited, it's going to be in Pittsburgh. It's going to be at the Radisson in Pittsburgh. And we're excited. And it's an important event because we have Dr. James Rossetti, who's going to be coming in and talking about stem cell research. If you don't know the difference between embryonic stem cell research and adult stem cell research, you better know if you want to be able to get in on the debate, if you want to be able to talk to others about this. And Dr. James Rossetti is one of the foremost researchers in adult stem cell research. He works right out of West Penn Allegheny Health System. Well,
Bryce, I don't want to get to prolong that too much because I do want to promote this, but there has been a lot of misinformation through the press about this whole issue, hasn't there?
Exactly. I mean, it's exactly the issue that brought me into the pro-life movement. I listened to the lie that we could use embryonic stem cell research to cure all of these diseases. When you actually go in and look at the research, adult stem cell research is being used to treat 73 different diseases at this time, and so far none have been developed. No treatments for any diseases have been developed using embryonic stem cell research. So this big hope that they're telling us we have, that the media is telling us about, is all based on a lie. And that's what we need to educate people about that.
Well, this media isn't telling that lie.
That's exactly right. This media isn't. But it does irritate me to see this agenda being put forth that it does make a difference. And it doesn't make a difference, the embryonic stem cell.
Correct.
The adult stem cell does.
Yes, it does.
And we have that now.
Exactly. We do have that now. I told you about all the diseases that they're treating with it, and they get adult stem cells from a number of different sources where you don't have to destroy a human being who's in the embryonic stage of human development to do the research. And one of the arguments that you'll hear from the other side is, well, these embryos are in these clinics, they're going to be destroyed anyway, so why don't we use them for this research? And the answer to that is, these embryos don't have to be destroyed. They are right to take issue with the fact that they're going to be destroyed, but they don't have to be. There are people who adopt these embryos and they raise these children and love them.
Now, we said it's at the Radisson, but you know what? We have more than one Radisson.
Yes, we do.
So you better tell which one.
Yeah, let's put that up again. That's very good. Let's put that up again. Go ahead. It's
at the Radisson Hotel in Green Tree. And it's on November 3rd. It's a Saturday, and it runs from 9:30 a.m. until around 4. And there is a banquet following the conference where we have just our speaker, Gianna Jessen, at the banquet. She is actually a Christian musician who actually survived several abortion attempts while she was inside her mother's womb.
Well, tell us this. What's the cost?
Well, the cost for the education sessions for students is $20. And for adults, it's $30. And then at the banquet, for students, it's $30, and for adults, it's $40. And that cost just helps us cover the cost of having the event at the Radisson. This is not a fundraiser for us.
I would encourage you to call 724-228-1162, 724-228-1162. Thank you, Bryce, and we'll look forward to that. And thank you for the wonderful work you're doing, and keep doing it, because it is urgent that we do that. We'll be right back.
Plan now to attend the 2007 Pennsylvania Pro-Life Conference, November 3rd at the Radisson Hotel, Pittsburgh Green Tree. This year's conference features an incredible list of speakers. Our keynote speaker is Christian singer Gianna Jessen, who survived a doctor's attempt to abort her when she was an unborn baby. We'll also hear from Michael Clancy, the photojournalist who took the famous baby Samuel picture of an unborn child reaching out from his mother's womb. Then there's Dr. James Rossetti, who performs life-saving adult stem cell transplants. We'll also have sessions on reaching out to Generation Y with the pro-life message and preparing Pennsylvania for an overturn of Roe v. Wade. You won't want to miss Pennsylvania's pro-life event of the year. To register, visit www.paprolife.org. That's www.paprolife.org. And remember, there's always a reason to choose life.